Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, welcome back to more Hearthstone, another week, another Tavern Brawl, and this week, Shadow Towers. Who lurks in the shadowy towers? You do. Skulking behind the towers' sturdy walls, your minions have stealth their first turn. So, well, I had a couple ideas when I first saw this. First was the Miracle Rogue, cause, you hide your gadgets in and then you just go ham. Don't have gadgets in, unfortunately, so that was off the table. Second thought, kind of went for this, cheeky, Wind Fury, deck. Got the Dust Devils, the Zap-O-Matics, and I have a Ice Rager and Magma Rager, in there, because what I'm hoping to do is, you probably can tell, is, drop them, get stealth, next turn just give them a Wind Fury, just pop in, 10 damage, no big deal. Stuff like that. Otherwise it's some draw, other Wind Fury stuff. Throw in a couple, Flame Wreath Faceless, why not? Because, a lot of attack, relatively low mana cost. So, let's go ahead and jump in and see how this goes. And, so those were my first two, initial thoughts. Thought about a Malygos kind of thing, because I was oh, well, Miracle Rogue can't really do that, because, I don't have gadgets in, maybe a Mally Rogue. And I have quests for Rogue and Shaman, coincidentally, so that kind of works out. A lot of these brawls that I do is, first pass, whatever comes to mind when I see it, I'm oh, okay, yeah, sure. So, let's go ahead and, this is a pretty nice combo, right? I guess we'll, zap him, holy crap. We'll go Zap-O-Matic into, Flame Tongue for 10 damage. Oh, we get 10 armor. That's generous, I suppose. So we'll toss that guy out there. Might as well Flame Tongue, I guess, and then, we'll drop another one. Sure. So yeah, a lot of these kind of first pass, ideas about, what to do. Alright. So I have no idea, whether these are even going to be good, but hopefully, right, I could definitely see, some decks that run, a lot of, this is kind of unfortunate, because he's going to be able to trade from my, Flame Tongue, but, what are you going to do, right? Let's go ahead and throw out the Magma Rager, and you'd be whoa, Magma Rager, that's crazy. But yeah, I was thinking, another thing that kind of came across my mind was maybe what do you call it? A spell powered mage, something maybe something along the lines of a freeze mage, except you run a little bit of extra. Let's see, hold on. What do I want to do here? I could drop Ice Rager, give him 16 damage next turn. That could be a thing, right? Let's do that. Let's see what's up. Something kind of akin to Freeze Mage, but you just drop a bunch of spell power, and then they all have stealth, and then the next turn you just go ham. I don't know. This might be Ice Block, Ice Barrier. Not sure. So he's going for a mech approach, which I guess is pretty mech mage, get the board, everything. Because the other thing I was also thinking about, was Zoo, I think, should probably be pretty good, right? Because basically what you're doing is, in Zoo is you have tempo and you control the board, and when all your minions have stealth, right, you basically have your minions are getting, it's going to be hard to remove them other than by trading and all that stuff, right? So interesting that he's going to go with the Frost. Well, yeah, okay, that's fine. Might as well freeze right now and then trade later, right? So I guess we'll. Actually, that was a. Well, I was gonna say that was probably a misplay because, he could be running Miranda D. Probably. I think he's running Barrier and Block. Well, I don't know. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I could still pop his Block. If that's what it is. It's not Barrier. It's not Counterspell. It's not, Thingy. What am I talking about? Spellbender. Effigy? I guess it's Effigy. I guess he's playing, yeah, so like he's playing like kind of more tempo, zoo-ish type mage, I guess. There's your Mech Warper. Flashbacks to the good old days of, what do you call it? Last Brawl, was it? Whereas, no, 2 brawls ago? 1 brawl ago? I don't know. 2 brawls ago. Where it was, maybe I should have done, nah, it's whatever. Actually, can he lethal me? He very well could lethal me, right? Do I need to trade here? 5. Well, I guess if he has Fireball, might as well. Right, so that was kind of a mistake. Oh, he's got the duplicates. Alright, well, I was gonna say, effigy. I mean, yeah, if he has Fireballs here, you know, I think regardless, 12, yeah, he's got lethal regardless, so, But, if not, then, nope, well, I guess I'm not. So yeah, anyways, what I was saying about, like, zoo-ish type decks, right? Because, like, you're about, like, zoo is about tempo and all that stuff, all that jazz. And, like, a lot of times, you want to be able to, like, obviously you want to control the board. That's kind of what you do. You make smart trades, get value trades, all that stuff. And so this way, I guess it depends on if you go first or second, right? Because then if you go second, and if you have tempo, then you're kind of dictating the trades, in a sense. I don't know. It's actually a interesting thing about. Like, I think Zoo should be pretty good, right? You have all your minions have stealth. You can do a lot of damage. You can kind of force trades and all that stuff because you have tempo. You know, things that I'm curious about, at least for this Brawl's meta, right? Like, Taunt doesn't seem that great because it's like you have to delay it a turn because it has stealth. When it has stealth, obviously it doesn't have the taunt in the way, at least, right? At least it's not active right away. So unless you're like a mage, you can ping your own taunt and be like, okay, well, break its stealth. Now you have taunt. But otherwise, it's 1 turn delayed. So taunt, not super great. You see here, I only have like the 1 lightning storm to try to get around some like minions and stuff. Like, I don't have elemental destruction. I only have 1 lightning storm. Otherwise, I probably would have put in some more. But less was questionable for me, but, you know, threw 1 of in there. So, yeah, I mean, like, Taunt doesn't seem to be good. Something like a Malagos, unless you go for, like, the Shaman, Ancestral Call, is it? Something like that. The 4 mana, I think, is like pull a card from your hand onto the field. Don't think it gets stealth that turn, so it's basically kind of just like that deck is anyways. Right, you're not really getting benefit out of the mechanic, this Brawl. So late game, decks, other than potentially, I guess, Freeze Mage, may not be that great for this Brawl, but who knows? You know, Doomsayer actually, now that I think about it, actually might be pretty decent, right? Because in a sense, actually no, it's guaranteed to go off. Right? So that's like, oh, well, I just throw it down, you know, it just goes off. Unless you can deal with it, like, how would you be able to interact with it? I mean, yes, theoretically there are ways to interact with, like, double flame cannon or something. Is there a single card that you could remove a stealth, Doomsayer other than, like, you know, things that destroy the whole board except for, like, when, like, Brawls or Dooms or Twisting Nethers? I don't think so. So, you know, Doomsayer, basically almost guaranteed to go off. Very, very likely, I think. So actually, yeah, Freeze Mage might be pretty decent. And you can play a variant of Freeze Mage maybe that has, you know, like a Malagos in it. And you just, like, you know, stop the game long enough because your Doomsayers, your Blizzards, your Flame Strikes, your Frost Novas, Cone of Cold could also be helpful, right? And then you just drop your Malagos and just be like, well, face. So yeah, that was my dinky little deck. I'm really surprised it actually worked out. Drew pretty well, pretty decently, I would say. I'm happy I was able to get off the Whirling Zap-O-Matic, and then, you know, one of the buffs, Flame Tongue or Rockbiter combo. Sad we didn't get to see a Dust Devil. We got off, well, we got a Magma Rager to attack. That was cool. That's probably the first time it's ever happened. Well, not so much, but I think you get what I'm saying. Then we got Ice Rager, Wind Fury. I was gonna say Whirlwind, that doesn't make sense. Ice Rager, Wind Fury. So that was pretty satisfying, to be quite honest. Well, that's it. 5 minutes of brawl, 5 minutes of chatter. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.